Anyone can claim that they are having visitations by unknown craft in the sky. It's not the best way to build credibility and be embraced by society. If anything, it's a good way to lose relationships and possibly be institutionalized. As long as people that experience close encounters, abduction, and other unexplained phenomena are afraid to come forward, the enemy wins. More profits for pharma can flow in at the expense of another confused soul. Nothing to see here, folks. Another one bites the dust. I almost let it go. I was one prayer away from completely deleting the past 10 years of my life. I wanted so badly to forget that it ever happened. No matter how hard I tried, I could not shake the feeling that it happened for a reason, that there was something in that pain that had a purpose. Not just my pain, but the residual effects on the people around me. That was the part that haunted me the most. The worst part was not being able to explain what was happening. I'd made a slight comeback to the people that saw me slip into a dimension of darkness, although not to the standards of the life I was living before all this occurred. I was a father, a husband, had a solid career in finance, and lived at the beach in beautiful Dana Point, California. On paper, there was no reason to spiral into a dark depression that was fueled by alcohol. What was wrong with me? Why self-sabotage? When it was all said and done, I felt like the only real thing I'd left behind was a "Don't be that guy" tagline behind my name. Just another cat that threw his life away for no apparent reason other than he turned into a raging alcoholic. Alcohol was certainly the collateral damage done to myself and to the people I loved. By no means am I excusing myself from drinking too much. This just didn't help. The point is, you never know what's going on behind the curtain in somebody's life. I have certainly learned a great deal about empathy and humility on this journey. Never again will I casually pass a homeless person on the street without smiling or giving them an encouraging word. I always make sure I have a few extra dollars on me wherever I go. Maybe Forrest Gump's mother said it best, "Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get." You may be asking, what would anyone's encounter with UFOs have to do with me? Well, I would have to say it's nothing more than interesting entertainment unless you have the full context. You can't really teach what you don't know, and you can't know what you don't experience. I don't have all the answers as to why these entities have been visiting since long before you and I were born. In fact, I think they were here before man was created and given dominion over the earth. Instead of taking you down a path of pre-Adamic history, I will let you come to your own conclusion. We can speculate on genetic hybrid programs, harvesting of consciousness, extraction of resources, or simply to keep ourselves from destroying one another. Maybe it's all of the above. My intent is not to prove something that I don't know for certain. I do believe that the particular intelligence I dealt with is here illegally, or should I say, operating illegally. There is no definitive proof from my experience that they are from another part of the solar system. If they are, it is no different than an illegal alien without proper documentation here on Earth. Like a cat, this malevolent force will toy with you before trying to kill you. It should not surprise anyone that has watched UFO documentaries that telepathic communication is involved. I would know where to look and when to film before the orbs or craft would appear. That is evidenced in the numerous videos I've stored. I would start filming a few moments in advance of the images appearing. I had morphed into the outside observer of my own particular reality. It was like watching a movie of my own life in real time. I felt it was the only way for me to keep any sanity I had left. I actually got to the point where I felt that I was supposed to be documenting the story as it evolved. It was as if I was living out a predestined story that had to be told when completed. I was working on autopilot to film, journal, and live out what was happening to me the last decade. I've got a story for you that has everything to do with you. It has everything to do with our reality, the cosmos, consciousness, and Christ. Did I lose you at Christ? It's imperative that you know this material is coming from a man that had no spiritual or religious background.